All right, Christmas episode. Here we go.
Yeah, buddy, looking awfully festive in this house. I like the stockings back here, the Christmas lights.
Yeah, this is all the. See, what I got all the spare junk that she didn't want. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't want any of this stuff. So I was like, all right, it's going to the poker room. So
No, it actually, I mean,
I make it, my festive fun, just kind of all over the chaos that is. They can't see
knowing
everything.
what you are used to doing, I think you did a really good job because you're
Thank
a
you.
pretty bad interior decorator.
Yes, I am, but it's okay. I can admit it.
Looks good.
All right, so we got some unboxing stuff to do. It's Christmas time, so we figured, you know what? Let's unbox some poker stuff and talk about it and see where it takes us. First, I got to do our shout out to Buzzle. If you don't know, buzzleshopping.com, official sponsor of the Nerdthusiast Poker Podcast and some other Nerdthusiast channels as well. It combines social media with shopping in one. It doesn't cost anything. It's not any kind of subscription fees, and you can actually make money by showing off what you bought to your friends. So buzzleshopping.com, go check that out for yourself.
Funny story with Buzzle. So I was on the shopping app the other day. I was looking for gifts for my father-in-law, and I came across a nose trimmer. You ever hear of the company Manscaped?
Yes.
Okay, so someone had shared it, and obviously, I don't know how it came across my feed, but it was like 30% off, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. And then I went down this rabbit hole of Manscaped, and they have all these trimmers and things out there that you can utilize to
shave up any part,
freshen up everywhere. So shout out to Buzzle. Appreciate the suggestion. My father-in-law is going to be getting a new nose trimmer. Kind of an inside joke. He always has hairs exposed. But yeah, definitely use that app. It's definitely worthwhile.
Save a couple bucks, man. Why not? All right. So last month, we had Antonio Payne on with me and Frank, and he's a rep for, he's sponsored by Blue Shark Optics. And so they saw the video and they saw that I wear the blue light technology glasses, and they were like, hey, we're going to send you a pair. So this is for Brian. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if you use these or not.
I don't but not our viewers don't know. I mean, most of what I do is behind a desk right now, staring at a computer screen for, I'd say, 7 hours of the day. So yeah, let's check them out. They might come in handy.
So the way I look at it is like this: like, these are blue light technology. These are also mine are prescription glasses. These aren't Blue Shark ones, but the way I look at it is like this. I've seen stuff. It's like the blue light stuff. The glasses, it works. They don't work. But here's the way I look at it. I'm like, if it's going to help my eyes even a little bit, because I look at the computer, I'm playing online, I'm doing my articles, I'm doing editing. So if it's going to help me out just a little bit, then it's worth it for me.
Oh, look, you got a nice little festive snowflake sticker on there.
All right.
Let's see what we got here. Don't want to screw up.
We got a little Christmas unboxing.
This packaging.
That's actually a
Nice.
legit
It's
box.
legit
We got a little logo in there.
Let's see what we got. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Little Wayfarer action. Yo, I'll definitely wear these.
So they're not prescription. I think they're just for, you can leave them at your desk.
Yeah,
it works.
check that out.
So if you're staring at your desk, for a while, and I know me, like, especially with my prescriptions, if I'm not wearing glasses, my eyes just start like watering. So I have to wear these.
These are legit. So is this, the executive director?
Yeah. So shout out to Kerry. Thank you so much.
Kerry, what up? These are hot. How do they look?
Look like you would normally wear them or something.
Yeah,
like,
these frames are legit. Okay. Yeah, I got a couple of these frames and different things. I have actually prescription sunglasses, not through Blue Shark Optics, but through I don't know, VisionWorks. And they're an Oakley frame, but they're similar in style. Man, I like these.
Yeah. So I figured, why not?
Nice.
All right. Let's see what else we got to unbox here. I'm going to do a little promo for myself. I got to do a promo for myself.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to be giving these away. So we have some Christmas stuff, and we have another giveaway for you. So stay tuned, because we're going to have a giveaway for you from Nerdthusiast. But on my streams all month, I just got these in, and they are the official Hoagie Casino shirts.
Oh, check them out. They're legit.
So I'm going to be giving these away on my Twitch streams, twitch.tv/eatahoggie. If you want to win one, like I said, they're the, and I got Buzzle Shopping, so we got sponsored on the side there too. So,
okay.
But I'll be giving these, we'll be giving these away. You know me, I'm a nerd for Ghostbusters and poker, so I was like, all right, this is a cool design. I messed around with.
Got any larges?
I do. I can hook you up with one. This one's like 2X or something, but you guys can win that. All right. This one's gonna make Brian sour. Okay.
Check this out. Why?
Because you're gonna know in about 10 seconds when I open this up why this one's gonna make you sour.
Go ahead.
Because Brian didn't get his stuff yet. This is from Global Poker. I did peek in, but I didn't take everything out yet because I was like, oh, I'm going to save this for unboxing. So Brian won an event this year and still didn't get the package, Global Poker. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Get it together. So we covered this before in previous podcasts, and actually we did an unboxing for, I think it was
like one of the goat or the bear. One of the
two. Yeah, so anyway, if you don't know, Global Poker has incredible trophies for not only sweeps coins, but gold coin events as well when they're running a particular animal-based series for the most part. So it was a rattlesnake, the one that I wanted the most out of all the trophies because it's the most legit, and literally ran like God one night. We already talked about it, in a gold coin, not a sweeps coin. So I didn't actually win any monetary value, but still
bragging rights.
It played like you normally would expect, not like a free roll with play money. And it was literally like the defining moment in my poker career. As I was like, yes, I finally got one of these goddamn trophies. So needless to say, this was in May.
I know.
Earlier this year. And I've been like anxiously waiting. I've literally reached out to their support team. I'm not even kidding, like 3 times in the past, however many months it's been. Going on 7 months now.
Yeah.
So I guess something happened with their production line or something to that effect, and it's delayed. So I'm hoping I don't piss them off enough that they're like, oh, screw this guy, we're never going to give him a trophy. But I'm hoping that I pissed them off enough where they're like, let's give this guy 3 trophies.
And you know what? I did see people get the eagle ones, which was the one after the rattlesnake. But I haven't seen anyone open rattlesnake. So I don't know what happened there. Or they just got so far behind or what. But this was in the bounty series. I just final tabled. It was not I didn't win. I think I came in 3rd. But because if you make the final table, you got a prize pack. So we got, let's see here. All right, we got a little global bag, which I actually need a new bag because my other one was ripping apart. So this works. Little bounty bag. I love this logo. The skull.
I have one of those. I final tabled one in a previous bounty series, and they sent me like a little tiny like pin.
I got the pin. Yes.
Yeah, and I put it on my bag, but I think my kids took it off my poker bag because they liked it.
And then I got this hat here, which is a little smushed here, but I got to pop it up. So we got the I did get a pin. Hold on.
There you go.
So this is a new pin. It actually says bounty on it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we got a bounty. We got a little bounty pin, and we got the Gold Poker. It says Gold Poker on the back, and it's got the logo on the front. And we got a new fit here. So.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you guys out there are playing poker online and you haven't checked out Global Poker, it's a pretty legit site. Like I said, I got into it later than most. Anthony was like telling me like, dude, get on it. And I'll be perfectly honest, I didn't trust it. I mean, I just don't really trust putting my private information out there on a whole lot of different online platforms. So I delayed for a while. And then finally another buddy of mine, he's like, dude, you playing on Global? I'm like, nah, I don't really trust it, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, dude, you got to get on. Kind of explain the whole process, how it works. So I just said, screw it. Signed up, deposited some money, and I literally still have my initial deposit. I don't play that often on there just because time, free time. But when their series comes around for these trophies, it's go time. I try and get into as many events as I can. And what's cool that I like about Global is, not only do they have a ton of different tournaments running pretty much all day long, when they have a tournament series, it's designed for all bankrolls. Where it, and not trying to badmouth any other poker series, but like WSOP, for instance, when they have an online event,
it's like 500.
I mean,
above.
The lowest buy-in might be $100, and that
maybe.
Maybe. Global, it ranges from like
$3,
$3, $5.50, $11, and like
$99
on up. Yeah. And no lie, like every one of those events, even the free money events, if you win one, you're getting one of these bad boys or one of these awesome swag bags. And like you said,
I like it because it's a site made for Rex.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I like about it is that the price, I kind of think weeds out some of those top pros.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the $500 and $1,000 buy-ins. So like people are like, it's not worth my time. So the super grinders out there, like, but the guys like me in the mid stakes, like the $50 to $100 range, like it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, and I think there's still a lot of rec players on there. And you know, they do like, I've actually met a lot of global players like in Vegas. There's a really great community. They do giveaways all the time. Every night they do a home game. They do a like Twitch stream every single night, and they give away like a newsletter prize of the week where you can get in like a free roll every week. They're always giving away stuff. So, I mean, besides your issue, literally that's the only problem I've ever had like personally with them. I've never had problems depositing, withdrawing.
Yeah.
I got all my stuff on time. So I don't know what the heck happened with you. But if Global, if you're watching or anyone's watching from Global, tag them. Be like, dude,
please
get him his rattlesnake, bro. We're gonna unbox it so he can rub it in my face. So please,
you don't even understand. I've been talking, you know, staying on this topic, and it's getting kind of old at this point, but I've been talking about this trophy to my wife for months. My kids, I'm like, wait till I bring this home. You guys are gonna love it. And like, they always ask me, like, I'll go to work sometimes, and they'll be like, Dad, did you play poker at work today? And I'm like, no. What are you talking about? Did you win at work today? I'm like, no, it's not the same. So like, for me to be able to open this cool ass rattlesnake and show them like, look, this is from, I won this at poker. My littlest son will go absolutely haywire for this thing. I know it. He'll be like, Dad, can I have that? So please, Global, for the sake of my children, for Christmas.
Yeah, do it for Christmas.
Come on. So what else we got?
All right. So this one is actually someone I met in Las Vegas this summer. So I was playing, a little backstory here. I was playing poker at Venetian. That's the one I actually ran deep in. It was my summer saver because I was down to 10K and I was like, oh man. And I ran deep in the Venetian championship to get most of my money back, which was great. So anyway, I'm playing and what's the dude's name? Oh my God. What's the dude that doesn't shut up? That's from the UK. That just
William Kasuth.
He shows up on our table, right? And it's just completely chaos, right?
I remember you telling me this story.
It was great though. Like, listen, I saw it. Like, it's like an act. Like, you know, I mean, but that's who he is, right?
He baits people into it.
But I saw it and I enjoyed the show. Like, I was a part of watching it. Like, I didn't get sucked into it because I knew exactly what was going on. He was talking to people, but dude, people were getting heated. Bro.
Yeah, I'm sure.
People were like, you know, and they knew who he was, and they fed into it, and you know, he was just like, I was like, wow, this is pretty awesome to watch. So anyway, a guy next to me, he's wearing, I think he was wearing a ring or a bracelet or something that said Nugget on it, and we started talking a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's funny because my youngest son, that's his nickname. We call him Nugget.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, that's my nickname. Nugget. And then we start talking. He's from Hawaii. He runs a game out there. If you guys didn't see, I did a podcast a long time ago. My buddy Dan talks about all the underground games that go on in Hawaii because they don't have casinos. So this guy, he runs a game out there, and he's like, well, you know, this is my first time playing the main event. We're talking, and he's like, I'm going to be launching a clothing line in the poker world called Royal Nugget Poker. And so you guys can follow him on Instagram. I think he's on Twitter as well, royalnuggetpoker.com. And he sent me this, and I have not opened this yet. And I sent him a little packaging back, and I said, I'm not opening your stuff until we do the podcast. So he knows I'm going to be doing this on there. So straight from Hawaii, you can see it here. So this came probably about 5,000 miles away to get here for you guys.
Let me see the address. I want to see what island he lives on.
What island is that? Because Brian's been to
Lahaina. Okay. Yep.
So, and he's legit though, bro. Look at this. He's got like legit packaging.
Packaging and stuff.
He's got the legit stuff. All
right.
right.
While you open that, just a little disclaimer, okay? All the people that, all the companies or entities or whatever that are sending these things, they're not paid sponsors. Like, we're not talking about these things or trying to get you to go out and buy them things because we're getting something in return for them other than the product that we're showing you. Like, obviously, you know, blue shark optics. Like, yeah, they'll send us these things and show us on the podcast, but
we're
it's
not
not
paid.
like we're getting money, right?
No.
We're not getting actually monetary. Global is through his blood, sweat, and tears on the virtual felt. You know what I mean? But it's good for people to see like what's out there because, again, if you're a poker player and you're trying to get into like knowing other entities through poker, like this is a good way to kind of like,
and a lot of these things have just been
branch out.
built through like relationships, and that's like the great thing about poker is like I said, I met this guy at the poker table. We just started BSing for hours because you know, you're sitting there all day, especially in Vegas. It's great because people come from I was playing with guys from Australia, and like you just get to talk to people from like all walks of life. And so it was cool just kind of getting backstory. But looks like we got some T-shirts here. Looks like we got a couple T-shirts.
Oh,
here.
damn.
So we got first T-shirt here. We got what's that say on the front?
Manifest.
Manifest. Get on yourself and sports.
Oh,
all right.
bet on yourself.
Oh, bet on yourself. I'm short. There we go.
Let me see
There's
this.
one.
Let me see this guy. Ooh, look at this material.
Yeah, it's real light.
Feel
dude.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is good. This is good summer stuff right here, man.
Bet on yourself and sports.
And then he gave me another one. This is actually a cool logo on the back. Maui, Royal Nugget Poker here.
What size is that?
That's a large. That's an XL.
Oh, that's
a little big.
You know what?
We'll give one of these away too. So we're doing a couple giveaways. So what I'll do is just comment down below. I don't know.
Let me take a peek.
Yeah, comment down below.
We'll do it. We'll do it all part of the giveaway.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do a giveaway at the end. And then I got a large here as well in that. So the large probably fits you, bro. Royal Nugget Poker. You can rock this large here for you.
You sure?
Yeah.
You don't want it?
I'll connect with him again. I'm probably gonna order something off his thing anyway. So
yeah. Look at me, dude. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas for not the man.
This next one is for me though. I'm keeping the next one.
Yo, this one's hot, dude. I like this.
Yeah.
What's the next one? A book?
Yeah, book.
Oh, a book.
Yeah, we're going. I don't think you have this one yet.
Oh,
look out.
Wait, is that from
D&B?
D&B?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the? Let's open it. Let's
next
see.
opening
Go
one
ahead.
here.
I like this. So, Royal Nugget Poker, check it out. So it's
RoyalNuggetPoker.com.
RoyalNuggetPoker.com. Like we said, hot, fresh gear, nice material.
Yeah, it's real thin too. Like especially good summer Las Vegas stuff right there.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
All right, this is from D&B Poker. If you don't know, we've done book reviews.
Man,
Jonathan Little, and so we got the new Alex Fitzgerald book coming in here. We got who I pretty much watch stuff from him like almost every day between him and Jonathan Little. But this is How to Beat Players Who Never Fold. I think this is a great title.
Yeah.
Like this is an actual great title because there is a ton of players that you're like, dude, they always just catch on me, bro. They always just suck out on me. Like I probably had that conversation with people all the time. And so I'm looking forward to jumping in this. This is his fourth major book release from Alex Fitzgerald. And I've read all his other three. And, he does a lot of online stuff. And he really breaks down a lot of things like for just the normal player.
Peek at this.
He's been talking recently. I've been watching and listening to his podcast. I think he's actually moved to Colorado and he's been playing out in the Colorado games right now. There's a lot of, I think it's Blackhawk. There's a lot of mid stakes, low stakes games going on out there, and he's been taking advantage of that. So his books are definitely geared towards your average grinder, like just your dude that's playing 1, 2, 2, 5. Your dude that's playing the occasional $500, $1,000 buy-in tournament, maybe even like the dailies for $200-$300. But he makes things like real exploitable. He's more exploitable than I would say GTO, but he does break down some stuff to the GTO world. But he is really good at breaking down things in very simple terms. His first book he put out a while ago was a lot of math-based HUD stuff online, and then since then he's kind of made it more for your average player, which makes it relevant for the most part. Because here's the thing, unless you're like the 10 people that are playing at Triton right now, the $50,000 $500,000 like there's a ton of GTO books out there which are great, but unless you're playing at those nosebleed stakes, like a lot of that stuff doesn't apply against Scotty Too Hottie that's coming in here playing every other hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I think that's my order list.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There it is. So what I like about him, you kind of already hit on it. He puts things into layman's terms. Yes. Right. There are a lot of poker authors out there, none that we really tout or like follow their product, but Alex Fitzgerald, Jonathan Little, like they break down things into terms that the average poker player can understand. Like they're not going to try and use acronyms that you're like, what the hell does this acronym stand for? Like, I have no idea what this guy's trying to say.
I need the SPR range of this, and you're like,
and the thing is, you know how many people out there try and gurgitate that, and you're like, dude, you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. They're like, yeah, da, 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 da. And you're like, nah, nerd, sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what I love about him too is he also is like Jonathan Little in the sense of like he's ambitious with poker coaching, more low to mid stakes players. He's always putting stuff out there for free. Like he puts content out there
every day. I'm on his email list every day. He puts out an email.
If you're trying to improve your game from the perspective of someone who you might have even sat next to at some point in time, whether it's, you know, your local casino or on the online virtual felt, he's someone to start with. And we talk about like our progression through like our poker journey or whatever you want to call it. He was one of the first people that I picked up on after you brought it to me, and that I stuck with him. You know, there's other people who I've read their things and I'm just like, this isn't for me. I'm not really into what this guy's trying to get across. But between Fitzgerald and obviously Jonathan Little, like I pretty much listen to everything that they have to say because they put, like I said, they put it in terms that I can understand and I can kind of relate to at times. It's funny. I got to get this book for my buddy Mike. Similar to us, successful poker player at a time. Probably pre-COVID, he was doing really well. I think he didn't stay with the studying and the game. He hasn't really played that much. And I know Mike's going to be listening. But he is that guy who is like, how the hell? I'm fucking 80-20 every time. And the guy hits his one out. And I'm like, dude, did you do this? Did you do this? And he's like, what are you talking about? Why would I do that? And I'm like, well, maybe you need a book to how to beat the guys that aren't going to get off because maybe it's something that you might not necessarily be doing right to get that person to fold. So Mike, Christmas is coming, brother.
So he breaks down one theory that it's like his like go-to. I've heard him say it to a bunch of times now, and I'm probably gonna mess it up, but let me see if I got it right here. So he said, you know, he has this like little triangle formation of like what beats what. And he basically says, like, when you're playing against players, you got to first identify. And this goes back to Phil Hellmuth's book of, like, identifying, like, the type of player. But he breaks down even to a simpler system in his thoughts. And basically says this. He says, you know, you have your nits, you have your maniacs, and you have your calling stations.
Yeah.
Okay? And so the way that you're going to beat these players, right, is just to make a change in your game to what they are. So, for example, if they're a nit, then you got to be a maniac because maniacs are going to beat nits.
Yep.
And then if you're, you know, a nit, right, then you're going to beat the calling stations because you're going to just bet it when you got it, and the calling station's always going to get
there. Yep.
And then the calling station is going to beat the maniac because the maniac's always firing, and the calling station is always going to call its bluff.
And chances are, yeah, he's bluffing, over bluffing.
It's just a cycle of just figuring out what they are, what their style is, and that's pretty general. But that's pretty much how it breaks down to at most of the games we play, right? Once in a while, you're gonna get a crusher, and you're like, all right, this dude's gonna be
who's doing a whole bunch of different things that like, but okay, he's a little tricky.
So I avoid him, okay, for the most part, and the other 2 or 3 fish or guys that I can tag and go, he plays one style, and he's been playing that all day. I'm just going to do this to take an advantage of the way he's playing and just adapt my style to what he's doing.
Yeah, see, it's. Like you say that, but it's funny because like we have league tonight. We have a poker league every month, 18 players. And you know, Anthony and I have been doing it for a while. Anthony's has been running it for years and years and years. But like that's our league in a nutshell.
Yes.
Like you avoid the people that you know are playing at the peak of their game, and you go after the people that you know are going to pay you off. And like that's how you do well in our poker league. But the thing is people don't transition that into the real life game. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what it is too is like people feel comfortable because they know each other. You know, here like we have that like, and I'm constantly when I go to a tournament or something like I'm constantly trying to get a feel right away. Like 100%. Who's what? Like you got to figure it out that puzzle as soon as possible and figure out who is who and what is what and what they're doing and try to get as much information. And then I kind of just like I'll zone out a little bit at that point, but I just need that initial, like, all right, they're playing this way. Okay, he's playing 75% of his hands. All right, well, now I'm just going to go after him when I got it. Like, we're just going to go for it, you know?
I feel like most recs who don't take the game seriously don't approach the game from that vantage point, where they don't try and find holes in not necessarily in someone's game, but like in the table. You know what I mean? Like most of the time they're just playing their cards and they're not necessarily playing the player. And I think once you realize that there's ways to do exactly what he tells you to do through his books and through his online training and things of that nature, or even the things that he posts for free, like you're not going to be able to improve your own individual game. And like, this is what I'm saying, like our poker journey, you took poker a lot more serious than I did at a point, and I fell behind in the study habits and the things of that nature. And it wasn't until you brought certain things to my attention that I'm like, holy shit, like you read something and then all of a sudden like that light bulb goes off and you're like,
I could tell
this makes perfect sense. And how the hell did I miss this for as long as I missed it?
I could tell you one thing that I specifically got from him that has made like a lot of sense. And I mean, it's been a few years now, but especially playing online, is that you have to pay attention to the two guys to your left of their stack size, because raising in one spot here on the cutoff or button versus a guy that has a short stack, like you have to adapt those ranges. And like, it was one thing that was just like, seems like common sense now. Like you're looking at it now, like, why didn't I ever just say like, okay, if he's under 20 bigs here, or if he's under 30 bigs here, I have to adapt to this range, Like it's very simple, but I just never put it in perspective. Like, okay, I shouldn't be opening suited connectors here when that guy's got like 15 bigs, because
of your rips and I'm out.
I'm going to be losing so many spots here. Even if it happens 1 out of 5 times, I'm losing that spot every time because I'm folding. And so, you know, I was like, oh, pay attention to the guys on your left before you raise. Common sense. Like, you know, you're looking at it now, like you said, light bulb, like, duh. Like, why didn't I think about that?
Why didn't I think about that?
Yeah. So just, you know, just little things. And, you know, he talks about, and Jonathan Little talks about it too, and he talks about it, that, you know, 90% of poker players are losing players. So he's like, if you want to be like everyone else, just do exactly what they're doing, right? Like, just follow, you know, make the same bet sizing, make the same raises. These guys are like, dude, try this, try that, see what works, figure out how to beat them. If they're doing this, you do this. You know, I don't mind. I mean, you know, I don't mind being the guy that pisses off at the table. I'm very good at it. And I don't even try. But I think it's just because, like, I'll be raising, I'll be 3-betting, like, and like, oh, this guy's 3-betting again. It's like, I actually have a hand, and now they're going to pay me off because I've done it 4 times because I hit the top of my range in 10 hands, you know?
See, that's what you excel at that I probably am weaker at, is that my image is pretty clear, but I don't think people realize how clear it is at times. Like, people look at me as a nit, but like, I'm probably not. But you have a more outward way of getting people to pay you off, where I'm like reserved and like laid back.
But see, again, you pay attention to what you are, so you realize what you have.
Yes.
So now you can probably get away with more bluffs.
I absolutely
can't.
do.
Yeah.
I absolutely do.
That I can't, because they're going to call me off. But it's good though when I do have the hand, then I'm getting paid off.
Yeah, you get paid off in big spots.
So yeah, but anyway, I mean, we went off a little tangent there, but I'm looking forward to this. This will probably, I got a lot of time coming up this year. 2025. I wanted to jump into this a little bit before we close down shop. You know, I know we did it last year, New Year's resolutions. One of my New Year's resolutions was create more content, which I did. So I was excited about that. I went to play the main event. I did that. Didn't cash. But I'm going to throw out a couple here. Feel free to chime in. I'm just kind of got a game plan. I'm going to have more time starting in the second half of this year, coming up in 2025. I plan on right now, and we'll talk about this because this is going to be something that hopefully we lock this in. It's 95% happening right now. The Borgata Open, January. I don't want to go too much into it because we're supposed to be having on a guest who's going to break down the series for us. So that's going to be the first thing for me. February, I'm going to be hoping to go back to Florida again for the circuit event again. And then at the end of February, the Baltimore WSP circuit is back.
It hasn't been there in a while.
I know. So I'm
looking forward to that.
Yeah. So there's a Saturday where they have like 3 events going on. So I plan on I'll talk to you more about that.
Yeah. You already brought it up. We kind of.
So I plan on making a day trip for that. And then March, I got Turning Stone. I'm going to do that. April and May are up in the air. And then July main event is the game plan right now.
Going back for a third. Well, no, it'll be your fourth
time, man. We got it's got to make it happen, man. We got to make it happen. But that's the plan right now. But on top of that, I want to try to get more into studying of the launch of. Have you saw the Peak GTO?
Peak GTO, okay. Yeah, I saw it.
We might another little spoiler. We might have a guest on from Jonathan Little's site to talk a little more about that. Hopefully in January, February. Not locked in yet, but hopefully. I've used it a bunch of times. I've been trying to use it every week for a little bit. They have these drills on there, which I think my problem is, like, when I'm reading all the GTO stuff, my mind can only lock onto so much. Mm-hmm. But then as soon as I applied it and like started doing these like drills in front of me, it's clicking a lot faster. And that's just the way I learn. Like, I have to read a book maybe once or twice through to kind of get it. But then once I actually apply it, it clicks. So I'm very visual with that kind of stuff. And so hopefully we have someone on about the Peak GTO. But goals right now, continue the content, continue playing the tournaments I have lined up, hit the main event, and cash. That's the goals. I'm keeping it simple.
That is pretty simple.
So nothing too crazy, nothing off the,
Yeah, I mean, my goals are always the same. And I know I keep saying it, but life catches up to you and it impacts your ability to do a lot of the things that you plan on doing ahead of time. And it's funny, when we had Jonathan Little on and, I kind of hinted at it, like, how do you manage life and your responsibilities as, a husband, a father, a businessman, and a poker player? How do you find time to do the thing that you want to do the most? And that sounds bad, but like he makes money through poker, right? Through content, through what he does. Poker is a hobby for me, but I find it less and less time to do it. And I want to be able to get back to that. And I think a lot has to do with like the stage in life that myself and my family's at. And I know exactly what I'm saying. And I see light at the end of the tunnel, right? Because my kids are leaving that like very needy baby stage, and they're growing into the young, like not teens quite yet, but like the age where they can kind of they can wipe their butt. They go to school. Yeah, they go to school. They can not make their own meals, but you know what I mean? They're self-sufficient to some extent.
Yeah.
And I guess I won't feel as guilty leaving my wife kind of in the trenches when I go play poker for hours on end, or potentially like a weekend or whatever. So the plan is to do exactly that. I got my eyes set on some Borgata events that I'm definitely going to play. The schedule is incredible. And again, I don't want to spoil alert,
we'll go into it.
But there are some events where I'm like, finally, like they finally did what I was praying that they would do. And I guess maybe they mirrored it off the WSOP. Anyway, looking to do that. If things work out, I definitely want to hop in on the Florida trip. I missed that the last few years.
Florida's like, okay, like for the kids' schedule and stuff, like Florida's probably going because you should be done most sports in February, right? Because the wrestling should be done. It should be done by then. Yep. February, March and April in the spring, it's a little difficult. I get that, especially with my kids. But February is like that dead month where it just sucks in New Jersey. Like there's nothing going on. No one's going out. Like no one's doing anything. It's just it's like the perfect month for Florida for me.
See, what's good for me too, like without getting too personal, like I think I'm going to be able to hit on some of my goals because it's a significant birthday for my wife this year, and it's a significant anniversary for us. So like, I'm going to be lavishing her with gifts and trips. So I think she'll be like, satisfied.
Listen, you got to pull the move I pull, dude. You just got to bink at the Borgata to start the year.
Dude, I need something.
And then you're good for the rest of the year, because then they're like, they think you're going to win like that every time. You're not going to, but you make it, you win right off the jump, and then you're good for the year.
I always give her a little piece too. Like even when I go play cash, because I think like that's more lucrative for me now, because I'll be able to go for a couple hours and I'll make a quick $600-$700. I always throw her a little bit just to say like, look here, whatever, go get your nails done or whatever.
Have to. Because again, this is a hobby for you. It's not like you're paying the bills.
I mean, I do take it seriously, but I can't take it as seriously as I would like to, because I don't have the time to commit to doing it. It's real difficult to like hop on, like you said, like Peak GTO or pokercoaching.com, or even read a book when your kids are playing football in your living room. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, getting off task, good goals. I'm hoping to do the same, play a little bit more. My study habits are still good. I'm still reading and still doing a lot of the online, free stuff that both these individuals that we mentioned are putting out. But yeah, I need the return, and I haven't had like a sizable score. I've had many scores, but not to the point where like
One
it
of us
justifies
we're gonna smash this year, Dave.
I'm
One of us gonna smash. I'll let you smash early, and then I'll smash the main event. That we'll call it.
All right, thank you.
We'll do it that way.
Yep, karma.
All right, let's talk about our giveaway real quick because we got some T-shirts for you guys at home.
All right, so we have some specially made, one of a kind Nerdthusiast Poker Podcast T-shirts. We got these made a little while ago. We've had them waiting for the right opportunity to give them away. So here's how it's going to work. For all our loyal followers and viewers out there, we got a couple mediums, couple larges.
And we got some XLs in this too. So if you're an XL, we'll hook you up with one of these if you can't fit into these.
Yeah. So what we'll do is this. This is what we want. This is what we want. We don't want resolutions. We're good. We want you to tell us what your favorite, I guess you could call them episode of our podcast was throughout almost two years now of doing the pod. A little more than 2 years, 2.5 years.
Dude, it's like 4 years, bro.
Of doing
poker? We started in like COVID, bro.
Oh.
It's been 4 years. Dude, the last 4 years have been a blur. I know.
Jesus. All right. So of our many episodes that we have out there, we want you to let us know what your favorite one was and why. And then Anthony and I will look at all the comments and the replies underneath the video that you're going to see here on YouTube, or you can message us individually, either
on Twitter,
me on Twitter,
X on X,
Brian Keno 513,
Hoagie on X.
Yep, you could hit up Anthony. Just let us know what your favorite episode is and why, and then we're gonna select. We got 5 shirts here.
And we got a couple extra here.
And a couple extra here. So
we'll hook it up. Yeah.
We'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's what we want. I mean, we can talk about it. What is your favorite episode that we've done in the history of the 4 years that I'm like lost? I mean, where was I?
I mean, yeah, dude, it's been like 4 years. I mean, I'm a little short-term bias here, but the Jonathan Little was awesome. Like I felt like he was just had so much perspective that I was able to, really, bite into and just kind of understand. He made it very clear, and I was like, wow. And I know that was like a recent episode, but
yeah,
it was just awesome. Getting to this point where it was like, hey, we're just 2 dudes playing poker in my basement, and now we're talking to like guys on one-on-one levels that are like some of the best in the world. Like that. That was just a moment for me, like putting on all this hard work with the podcast. And I know you guys at home don't say it, but like we have to edit it. We have to get it uploaded. There's other things we have to schedule. That's the hardest part, is us scheduling the same time to be together. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think that was like a moment like I really enjoyed.
Shout out to Nerdthusiast team out there that does all our editing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, shout out to Ed. Thank you.
Aces, and even the guys that, had helped us in the past. We wouldn't be where we are today. With our channel and with our podcast, if it weren't for the people out there behind the scenes that are doing a lot of the work and a lot of the legwork through, like you said, editing and then sharing, marketing, whatever you want to call it.
But I don't know. The Jonathan Little ones.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty surreal, for me. That was a great episode. I mean, I love going back in time and the stories that we've told about like some of our poker adventures. I mean, obviously the bad beat story was one of my favorites. That's only because it's so close to my heart. What had happened. If you haven't seen that one, go back and talk about how I hit the bad beat, but I didn't get paid
and got banned from a casino.
It's always a fan favorite. I always get texts from people who watch like, "Yo, I can't believe that story, dude. Crazy."
I just want to interject because I was just talking to my buddy Chris that I work with. I won't say his last name. But he was just telling me, so he got banned from like Tropicana like 10 years ago, right? Because his friends were fighting in his room and they just kicked them all out. And so he didn't realize it was like a lifetime ban, but he was like worried because Caesars had bought Tropicana. And he's like, dude, does that mean? So he checked with them this past weekend and they were like, no, just Tropicana. You're good at all the other Caesars properties.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. So he's going to appeal it through, because he's like, dude, I'm like in my 30s now. He's like, I was 21 at the time. Like, you know, it was just us being idiots.
Tropicana, New Jersey?
Yeah.
I mean, Tropicana sucks. No, listen, Tropicana. All right, we're getting off on tangent, but listen, when we were
It
in
used to be the
college,
spot.
Tropicana was the place to be. Okay, it had this bar all the way downstairs called Firewaters. It was legit. We knew like all the bartenders that worked there, so like you pretty much would go there on a Friday or Saturday night. All you had to do was just like tip them well. I mean, listen, statute of limitations have left has expired. Like we literally got hooked up in college, and it was such a good time. And then like there was other like hot spots within.
But the poker room was legit at that point.
Yes,
it was one of the most legit poker rooms. Now it's in a closet. It's like in a corner. What?
I still have my I still have my
card?
original
I have
Tropicana ID card from when I first played poker. I remember seeing it here.
I have it hanging up somewhere. It's somewhere here. Oh, it's right up there. Hold on. I got it.
Oh, I see it. It's in the picture. Yeah, yes, Trop Poker Club.
And my old poker name's on here too, man. Royal Doyle. Dude, like I remember that night. Like I legit bought that jacket there. I like won some money and like I bought a jacket.
Dude, they used to have these rebuy tournaments that it was like unlimited rebuys for the first period of time, and every 2 seconds you're like rebuy. Meanwhile, I'm coming with one bullet.
Dude, I did. Yeah, so this was your original player's card. Which was cool about this was they put your picture on it. So like your comp card had a picture on it. So like that was such a cool little flex, and it was just for the poker room, the Trop Poker Club. The poker room was so legit. Now it's like stuck in a corner. Like I don't know. It's just.
Dude,
like,
I haven't been there. I haven't been to the Trop Poker Room in years.
It's nothing.
But it was a great place to go. I mean,
but it's the only place at this point in Atlantic City that has poker on the boardwalk. Yep. It's the only place because the other places is Harrah's and Borgata. There's nowhere else in Atlantic City, which is crazy to think about.
That's right, because Bally's shut down, right?
Yeah, but dude, I had made so much money playing there on Friday, Saturday nights because you know me, like I didn't drink, so you always bust my balls because I would sneak away, right? Like you guys be hanging out, and then you're like,
you David Copperfield.
But I would go to the poker room, and then I would just grind against all the drunks, and then so when I'm not gonna get into too much of it, but when I first started working, and I was doing my training Monday to Friday. I was still 21. So you guys were still going out like every Friday.
Yeah. Yep.
So, dude, there was a couple nights that like I would be training all day Friday. I would get done at like 3, 4 o'clock. I'd go home, take a power nap for like an hour, shoot down to Atlantic City, meet up with you guys at like Friday night. And I have like a paycheck now. So I thought I'm flexing on everybody. Yep. I'm like, yeah. And then I would play poker till like 3, 4 in the morning and then drive home.
Yeah.
I think about that now. Because I was fresh 21. I think about it now. I'm like, dude, there's no way I'd be pulling 24 hours now. Like, there's no way. No way.
Yeah, the good old days. Now, if I stay up past 10 o'clock the next day, I'm like, oh my God.
We did it the other night. It was 8:30, and I was looking because we wanted to watch a movie or something. And I was like, oh, because I make her watch Die Hard Christmas with me. Die Hard because it's a Christmas movie for me. I make her watch it every year at least once.
No,
okay,
it's not a Christmas movie.
It is, but anyway, I make her watch it at least once, right? Because she makes me watch all her stuff. So I was like, she's like, okay, she likes it though. But I picked it up. I was like, I forget how long it is. And it was like 2 hours and 5 minutes. And I was like, nope, absolutely not. I'm not starting a movie at 8:40.
They don't even make movies that are 2 hours anymore. They're like an hour and 30 minutes, most movies.
Yeah, well, Die Hard's 2 hours and like 5 minutes. So I was like, dude, there's no way. I'm not staying up to 10:45 tonight. I'm like, we're going, So, yeah, we're old. But before we end, I do got something for you, a little Christmas gift here.
Oh.
So, well, listen, this is actually an accidental Christmas gift, and you'll understand once you open it.
Would you order 2 of them?
Yes. And I was like, well, I was going to send it back, but I was like, you know what? I know a guy.
Oh, wait.
You're going to know what it is as soon as you open it.
Oh, yes.
I accidentally clicked twice, and I was like, well, I know a guy that's a Dolphins fan, so he can rock it. He can have it.
Oh, thanks. Oh, I can reimburse you. How much?
No, stop. It's a Christmas gift.
Nice.
So
it's funny because when you had it on, when did you have? Was the Dolphins playing?
The Dolphins are playing Monday Night Football.
I remember you had it. I'm like, yo, check that shit out. Oh, I got sticky stuff in my finger.
So Brian's a hardcore Dolphins fan. If you guys didn't know that, you can watch him out.
Check this out.
But we got the official Ace Ventura Finkel jersey.
Oh, thanks.
Laces
bro.
out,
this
Dan.
Is legit, dude. This is legit.
Yeah, they're nice and like the mesh is like kind of chill. Like I don't know.
This is good, dude.
Yeah. So I had bought this for a stream because they have an Ace Ventura slot. So I found this online. So I bought like a costume.
Check that
and then I accidentally clicked twice. So, but whatever. Hey, man.
Thanks, dog.
Enjoy it.
I appreciate it.
Got the Finkel jersey.
If it weren't, well, tonight we have
who's playing tonight? Monday Night
Ugly
Football?
Sweater. It's Cowboys and Bengals, but we have Ugly Sweater. I'd throw this on.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
All right. Well, that's what we got for you. We got a lot of stuff lined up in the next couple months. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We got a bunch of people coming on, hopefully, lined up. A lot of good announcements as well, which I won't get into. But make sure that you tune in, and don't forget about the giveaway. So comment below your favorite episode and why, and you get some free Nerdthusiast swag, or maybe some Royal Nugget swag, or something else. So
again, one last shout out, Blue Shark Optics, for these incredible blue light glasses. D&B Publishing, Global Poker, Royal Nugget Poker. Thank you for all the hot swag. Can't wait to get this. This is actually on my Christmas list. My wife's gonna get it, I know.
All right, guys. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.